So without further ado, let's get into some bracketology. ASU is in the lower right region of the bracket, slotted in as the 5th seed. Their first test is against the Georgia Bulldogs, who have a beast in the middle, Sophie Fisher, who was named the SEC Player of the Year. Welcome to the WM Phoenix Open, or should I say the People's Open. Now, of course, some of the best golfers in the entire world are competing in this tournament, but there's a reason why they call it the greatest show on grass. Merchandise, food, drinks, games, the 16th hole Coliseum. It truly is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but instead of just talking about it, how about I show you guys? Come on. UCLA head coach Chip Kelly is known for being an offensive trailblazer and innovator, but this season for the Bruins has been all about their defense. ASU head coach Kenny Dillingham said that their front seven is the best in the conference and one of the best in the entire nation. Now, of course, we have to talk about the Final Four. You were able to see your brother Dan Hurley, the head coach of UConn men's basketball, win that championship. Take me through the emotions of watching him, confetti coming down, holding that trophy up in the air.
Yeah, it's crazy how everything happens. You know, we had a heartbreaking loss to TCU, but my brother was starting to get on a roll, winning those 2 games against Iona and St. Mary's. And then our season ended, so to be able to even go to Vegas and see him, you know, play so dominantly versus Arkansas and Gonzaga, and to know he was going to a Final Four, because you know, I did it as a player, so I understand and feel, you know, how special that is to do it. But for Dan to take it to a different level and actually win those games and become a champion, it's just great for our family. And as close as Dan and I are, I just couldn't be any prouder and happier for him.
And speaking of that relationship, your relationship is so special. Only 18 months apart. I know you guys would be in your driveway playing one-on-one, and then coach, of course, at Wagner in Rhode Island. So yeah. How amazing is it to have that soundboard to be able to bounce ideas left and right?
Yeah, I mean, we, like you touched on, we were just like normal brothers. We'd argue, we'd fight with each other, we'd be real competitive. And, you know, as we got older, though, it transitioned into like a really strong bond and friendship that we have. And so, like, not many people understand the stress and the pressures that we go through in our job day in and day out. And so to have someone that you're that close with, that you're able to open up and talk about the stuff you're going through.
And Coach, you've been leading Sun Devil football now for 5 months. Maybe it feels like an eternity, maybe it feels like 5 seconds, but what have been some major lessons that you've learned as you lead a Division I program for the very first time?
Yeah, I would say just listen to people. You know, you're not the only person, you know, that has all the right answers, so continuing to listen to people and take ideas from people, and then just stay true to who you are. I would say those are 2 lessons that I've learned, is don't try to be somebody you're not. And combine that with just continuing to listen and bring ideas from everybody into your program constantly.
There's no doubt that this program has changed dramatically since you've taken over. You've done so much to grow the culture and show your passion for the Valley. What excites you the most as you get ready to take on your first season at the helm?
I mean, the highs and the lows. I know nobody says the lows excite you, but I'm excited to see our team respond to the good and the bad. Right, that's really what this is about. You know, it's about teaching guys that when great things happen, there's still something that happens after it. How do you respond to that?
They have said that their defensive core is very close, even though they have a lot of new freshmen and transfers, but they think that's because they're all built from the same mold. They love playing that gritty style of hockey, and because they're all so competitive and they have such a deep room, every day in practice they have to battle for time on the ice.
Ethan Long has said time and time again that he has that dog mentality in him, and when the lights turn on, he will put on a show, and tonight he will have to do that against UC Davis. Not only is tonight's starter on the mound for the Firebirds an all-star this summer, he's also the team's barber. The left-handed pitcher from Stetson, Jonathan Gonzalez, has been cutting hair for years, and all of his teammates at Stetson know that if their hair gets a little long, they know who to call. Jonathan says he loves cutting guys' hair because it gives him an escape from baseball and also allows him to connect with his teammates. And if you guys see Jack Penny, he just got his hair cut, and guess who it's from? None other than Jonathan Gonzalez. Dylan, Ian, maybe you're up next. Let's see. We do a little cheers, too. Wow, this looks incredible. Okay, cheers.
See if I can figure this out. Wow,
cheers. One bite. Everyone knows the rules.
That's good.
Oh, wow. There's a lot going on in that bite.
Water.
Fenwick, I'm gonna need your initial takeaways. Go ahead, take another bite. Initial takeaways.
Very creamy. So it's a cake, and then on top, the icing is like the Boston cream with chocolate. So it's almost like Jell-O on top. It's definitely a weird texture, but it tastes great.
I feel like we're on Top Chef right now, and Fenwick is one of the judges, and he's, describing it perfectly. I love it.
I know two people who are very happy about their decision. It's none other than their parents. Now, their father used to make an Excel spreadsheet that would list out every single game that Sydney, Laura, and their brother Dane played in, and they try to get to as many games as they possibly could, but now they are very happy that they can watch both of their daughters play on one team.
I'm now joined alongside Phoenix Suns assistant coach Miles Simon. Miles, it is the best time of the year. It's March Madness. How incredible is it that the Final Four is here in Phoenix this year?
It's really exciting. One, that I'm back here in Arizona, and the Arizona Wildcats being as great as they are. So hopefully they can make a run in these next couple weeks and bring that Wildcat fan base here to Phoenix for the Final Four.
Miles, you know a little something about the tournament. Back in 1997. You won the title with the University of Arizona, an incredible run. So I brought some newspaper clippings I had to share. So I just want you to look through these and take me through your emotions as you're looking through history being made when you took down Kentucky in overtime.
Well, there's quite a few thoughts when looking at the age of the papers and like the yellowing of it. Makes me feel a little bit old, but what an amazing time, like one for Arizona basketball, two in my basketball career.
Arizona is known for a lot of things. Spring training and golf are two that come to mind. And although I'm at the home of the Chicago Cubs, where they have some of the best baseball players in the entire world, they are also known to be some pretty high-level golfers, especially the pitchers. They like to say they use the same mindset on the mound as they do on the golf course. One pitch at a time, just like one swing at a time. For Heimovich, growing up in Scottsdale meant that he's been an Arizona Coyotes fan since he was little. He rose through the rankings of the Phoenix Junior Coyotes, and now he's able to share the same barn with the NHL team that truly fueled his passion for this sport. Heimovich played his first NCAA career game on this very ice and said that's when it set in that he was making his childhood dreams become a reality. And not a lot of managers can say that they used to play on the same team now that they coach. So what does that really bring to you as a manager here?
I mean, it just brings a sense of home, a sense of belonging to the community, and it's just like it adds a little bit more when we do good things for the community and, we put on a good showing and all those things.
And you've been on countless teams, and you also coached countless teams, so how important is it for these next few weeks for these guys to really get together and create those special bonds?
Especially coming out of spring training, we had a really good camp. Most of these guys were in big league camp for the whole time.
And of course, we had to start right here at the 16th hole. They call it the 16th hole Coliseum for a reason. Look at this place. You can't get much better here at the People's Open. Matt, if Joe wasn't playing at UC Irvine, where would he play?
I think he'd fit in great at UC San Diego. He plays hard, just like we do at UC San Diego. He's a good player. I think he'd definitely fit in with us.
Is this a little bit of a recruiting thing, trying to get Joe to join the Tritons?
It might be a little bit.
There we go. Okay, Joe, if Matt didn't play at UCSD, where would he play?
Definitely UCI with me. Definitely, yeah, because I like him. I want to play with him, yeah.
There we go. Okay, so we have a little bit of recruiting going on. Steve Nash will go down as one of the best point guards in the history of basketball. And what do point guards do? They assist. The 5-time NBA assist leader was always that main facilitator out there on the court and put the team before himself. Now, of course, I'm not on a hardwood right now. I'm on a field, but the same message is given here in Orleans. Manager Kelly Nicholson continues to say, I need more Steve Nashes out there, meaning that he needs more assists on the field. He wants his players to put the team before themselves and help each other out any way they can. Oh man, it's a little messy. Ready? Cheers. Okay. It's a little messy. Okay, what are your initial takeaways?
My initial takeaways is it's all right.
How about the hot dog? I know you haven't had it in a while. How's the hot dog?
Scary.
Scary. How about the chili?
Chili's good. Totally
Okay,
worth
so I need your official rating of the Schiffner chili dog.
it. Would I normally purchase this? No. I will say 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, the lowest rating so far on Snacking with Sammy. I'm going to be a little nicer. I'm going to give it a 5-7. I think it's hot, so it's hard to have a chili dog, right?
It's hard to have a chili dog right now, but the way I scale things is like 5, I would buy it on occasion. 7 up, that's like, oh my God, this is on the menu. I'm getting that. Oh my God.
We have a food pro over here. I'm now joined alongside Notre Dame's Jack Penny. How are you feeling right now with that walk-off single?
Amazing. I don't know. I run around first, watching all the guys come after me is amazing. So I don't have much to say, but it's awesome.
Incredible. Take me through what was going on in your head when you were at the plate.
I knew he was going to throw a lot of off speed. Watched the previous guy. I don't know how many guys are up before me, but I was looking for a slider, something that would fall in, and he spiked a couple splitters, threw some sliders up, but then I finally got the last one to hit, so it was good. I was looking for the slider.
And when you were running to first base, what was going through your head when you saw your entire team running at you, water going everywhere?
I was trying to run away from him, trying not to get hurt, but it was good. That's one of the best feelings in this game, so I'm very lucky to have that.
And Jack, it's not a regular season game. This is playoffs. You just had a walk-off win in playoffs, right, Gonzo? Take me through the feeling of just knowing that you helped your team out in the biggest of moments.
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's just I can't say much about it except for that it's just a privilege to be in that spot.
Last night was such a special night for ASU's assistant coach, Dana Borges. After all, he's quite familiar with somebody on the opposing bench, his very own father, David Borges, the head coach for Stonehill. And for Dana, he has always been in a hockey household, really with that coaching DNA from day one. And now he is one of the top assistants in the entire country.
And this weekend will be a huge test against J.J. Van Niel's former school, USC, and then UCLA on Sunday. But if they are able to set the tone early on at the service line, have effective passing off the net to allow Shannon Shields to run their offensive schemes, and of course feed the beast in Marta Levinska, then they might be able to bring out the brooms and pull off the clean sweep.
Coach, congratulations. 400 regular season wins. When I say that number, how does it feel?
Feel old. I think back to the 2005 team and, all the players that have been here, and that numbers is all about team. We've been fortunate to have really good players.
And of course, wins are sweet. Of course, 400 is sweet, but I know for you, it means way more to teach these guys life lessons about baseball and life after baseball.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to really make a difference in their lives?
I think that's why we do it, Sammy. We do it to develop character and do things the right way up here in Orleans. That's because those are the things that they're going to remember.
Welcome back to Cape Cod Baseball on Nesson. I'm Sammy Miller, and before the game, I spoke to UAB catcher Henry Hunter, and he said one of the hardest parts about playing Summer League baseball is trying to form those close relationships with your teammates. Now, these rosters are very active, so you have players coming from around the country all onto one team. And I also heard that on the team buses on road trips, they like to have some riddles, and rumor has it is Jake Hyde. He is the riddle master, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how this chemistry continues on this Firebird squad. And Jake, you can't think of this team without thinking of you. You have been the heartbeat of this team since day one. How special has this summer been for you?
It's been the summer of my life, best summer ever. I'm always gonna remember the summer. We didn't get it done, but I always remember the guys and how far we made it and how proud this town is with us. I don't know, it's tough, but it's been a really good summer.
And like you said, I know Orleans is so proud of you guys. You haven't been to the championship since 2013. How is it playing for such an incredible fan base?
It's incredible. We have the best fans in the Cape by far, not even a question. And I don't know, it's been a pleasure playing in front of these fans, and every single game there's been more and more fans piling in. So
and this truly is a group of brothers. How much are you gonna miss these guys?
Oh man, gonna make me cry, just a lot. I love these guys. I'm never gonna play with them again, but hopefully maybe in pro ball we play with them again. But I'm gonna miss them a lot. These guys are my best friends for the last 3 months, and I couldn't have asked for any better guys to play with.
It's the beauty of summer ball. You'll have these guys forever. Thank you so much, Jake. It's been a pleasure.